Well, hiya, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here with the Ruttenberg Library. I found myself last week doing a tag. And in the tag, there was a question in it that asked something along the lines, I'm paraphrasing here, but how do you travel with your books? When you travel places, how do you take your reading with you? And of course, I told about my book bag that I take with me on vacation. And I had a viewer, subscriber, and fellow co-host of Historathon 2023, Mariana Mas Books, that's the name of her channel. She said that, you know what, that's pretty cool. You ought to do a video over your travel bag. And so, BookTube, here we are doing a video over my travel bag. So when I talk about this, I'm not talking about my travel to work or anything like that. This is strictly vacation travels, because my travel to work is about 2 blocks. It takes me 6-7 minutes to walk to work. So there's not really, there wouldn't even be a purpose of to loading my bag with books. That would be pointless, because by the time I get there, I'm already getting ready for school. So when I talk about travel bag, I am talking about on vacation, long vacations. So vacations that I have taken this bag along with me, I've taken it to out east to Pennsylvania. I've taken it down south to Texas, taken it down south to Arkansas. I've taken it west to Colorado several times. And this bag, I absolutely love it. I actually have 2 different bags that I will take, but this is one of them. So this is the one I'm going to show you, because this is the one I was talking about in my video. So this is a bag, just a regular book bag, but it's one of the newer bags. It's got 400 different zippers and compartments to it. And it works perfect for a bookish person who is traveling on vacation. And I'll be honest, I didn't pay a penny for this. This was a bag that was going to be thrown away. And I picked up a cheap bag. We'll just call it that. So in this bag, let's show you some of these compartments, because this is pretty sweet. So that front compartment, when you open that up, and some of you are probably familiar with this, you got kids, but some of you may not have kids, or it's been a long time since you've had kids and you haven't seen how technical these things get. So this front compartment, you open this up, it's a pretty good sized little compartment. I like to put my computer cord in there. It's got lots of little places here that you can stick. I don't know if you can see that. Little places where you can slide your pens in. I actually like this little zipper, if I can find it. There it is. And it's got just a little pocket right there where I keep all my pens and pencils and stuff when I go on vacation. It's also got this little compartment that slides back in here. I got a little pocket Constitution in there. I also use this for when I coached baseball. I'd take this to games with me, and so I'd have my batting glove, and I would keep my batting orders in there when I'd have to get my stuff for pregame ready for the umpires. So this thing's got lots and lots of little compartments inside the compartment. Very, very nice. It also has this little compartment right here. Again, I keep little notepads in there. I keep, well, at one time I was having to keep COVID masks in there. That's not something I necessarily want to keep in there, but it was something I had to keep in there. That was for ball games. That was for when we would take the kids to the museum and all that kind of stuff. That's where I would keep those little items. Now, before I get into the big part of this bag, there's also this little side compartment right here. This is great for, I like to put my computer in there. There's my computer. I put magazines in there. So I got several different magazines. Nice little handy thing. You can get those out pretty easy in the car if you're not driving. Obviously, if you're not driving. But then comes the big pocket. Now, in the big pocket, as you can see, I loaded it down with how it would typically look for me if I was going on vacation. I would typically have, I got my notebook here, if you can see that. I got my notebook for taking notes. I have a good paperback right in here. I have some hardbacks, and you'll notice that I take several books with me. I'm a mood reader. I am most definitely a mood reader, and I like to have fiction, nonfiction, bigger books, smaller books. I always take like a sports biography with me on vacation because that's always fun to read. I usually have something on Lincoln because I love reading about Lincoln. I've got, since vacation will be in March, our spring break is in March, I'm taking my buddy read for March that I'm going to be doing with Patrice Jones on Sam Adams. Wonderful little piece. I have a couple of real small paperbacks, Red Badge of Courage, Sir Isaac Newton, a little biography. So I got a little bit of everything in here, and I also have my Miss Marple for the month of March, all tucked in there. And so, BookTube, if you've ever wondered how I travel, because I like to read a lot, how I travel and how I take my books with me, that is exactly what I do. Now, this would be a wonderful video to see get passed around BookTube. It was a great idea by Mariana Moss Books. She suggested that I do this. I would like to see how everybody else travels. I know that people are probably going to be taking their electronic devices with them. I always have my phone, which I'm recording on right now. My phone would be with me, and I'd have audiobooks, and very rarely do I read on my phone, but it has happened before. That would also be with me, and I could fit that right into my bag. And oh yeah, by the way, if I get thirsty, I have my little holder for my plastic water bottles. Pretty nice. So this is how I travel. How do you travel, BookTube? How do you carry around your bookish items? Whether it's your books themselves, notebooks, notepads, whatever. Show me how you travel. So feel free to do this video. I'd like to see this go around and see how everybody travels. So until next time, BookTube, happy reading and happy travels.